Hey, what's going on, guys? James here, back on Hypixel Skyblock, and today I'm going to give you the ultimate healer guide. Now let's get on to the video. So basically, the healer is what is known as a cleric or support in other games. From the name, the class is designed to heal damaged players, but with the proper gear, you can also join the berserks and tanks in the front lines if your level and gear are good enough. Just like before, the healer class is one of the easiest classes to get milestones on, due to the automatic healing from the fairy and the damage teammates are taking, which can be super exported in a way in floor 5 or 6, since a healer is a must in said floors. You get milestone 3 in the first 2 minutes depending on the situation. I expect this to happen with newer floors as time goes by, because the enemies get stronger while most people are still in gear from the previous floor. Therefore, they get more damage, and you can heal more. Rambling aside, let's get on to what makes the healer different from other classes. The abilities are divided into 3, being class passives, stone abilities, and ghost abilities. These will differentiate depending on your level, as these stats will increase with the level up. But I will now talk about the base stats. Starting with class passives, we have 3, being Renew. Healing abilities will heal the target player for an additional 50% HP. Healing Aura passively heals all alive teammates in an 8 block radius for 1% of their max health per second. Finally, we have Revive. Have a fairy follow you and heals you and your teammates. It can revive teammates but vanishes 100 seconds after that. Next, we shall discuss the stone abilities. Healing Circle. Different from the Healing Aura, you launch a healing orb that makes a healing circle on impact. Everyone in the circle heals 2% of their max health per second. This can also be activated with the Shift key, but the circle's radius starts from the block you are standing on. This has a 2-second cooldown. Lastly, we have Wish. Heals every player in the party to full health and grants them with a shield for 20% of their max HP in the form of Absorption. The cooldown is reduced by 10 seconds if a player is below 25 HP, which is basically useless because of all the dungeon mobs in a room. If you're at 25 HP, you're definitely gonna die in the next 3.5 billion nanoseconds. Finally, you have the ghost abilities, being Healing Potion. Throw a potion that heals every teammate in a 10 block radius for 10% of their max health and an additional 100 HP. And finally, Revive. Again, not really. You revive yourself after 50 seconds. That's it. Yup. Now onto the gear. You can't be a healer if you don't have anything. So this is what we will discuss. I will divide this into beginner, intermediate, and professional instead of by catacombs level, since you may start being a healer and have tons of money on hand already. The gear will consist of melee weapons, ranged weapons, armor, accessories, and pets. You can pick which to reforge depending on the stats you need. Make sure to always store your items, as it will be helpful in the long run. These will be based on my gameplay progression as a healer, so I played as a slightly tanky healer mage, which I think is the best mix, as solely being a healer alone. So if you do find any better alternatives, let me know now down below in the comments. Starting off with the beginner, these will be most suited for entrance to floor 2. The weapons you should use are the Zombie Cleaver and an Epic Dreadlord Sword. If possible, you can get an ornate zombie sword or even a Bonzo staff. Here you can use the Mender Helmet paired with an Epic Zombie Soldier armor as your armor set. Certain accessories that are always needed are Super Boom TNT and Spirit Leaps. Make sure you have a Radiant Power Orb. If you plan on using the ornate zombie sword a lot, feel free to use a ghoul pet, but if you aren't, you can get any cheap tank pet like Elephant or Blue Whale, or any pet that basically gives defense and or HP. This will set you back around 2 million coins. Moving on to intermediate, this will be most suited for floors 3 to 4, or even maybe 5, but it's kinda confusing at that point. The weapons you should use are the Hyper Cleaver, upgraded Bonzo Staff, and Spirit Bow, after floor 3 that is. Use a Mender Helmet, and then a Mender Fedora with Legendary Zombie Soldier. You don't have to switch entirely to the full set immediately, as you can do it piece by piece. Keep the ornate zombie sword, and you should try to get a mana flux if possible. Again, spirit leaps and super booms are needed. You should start using a jellyfish pet by now, but a turtle or rare griffin may suffice because it has infinite strength 7 and regeneration 7. This will set you back more than 18 million, but again you can do this piece by piece to save up money to upgrade later on. Professional is what you would want to use in floors 5 to 6 and above. Your weapons would be the Hyper Cleaver, or its upgraded version when it comes out, upgraded Bonzo Staff, which is 5 snarred, a Spirit Scepter if affordable and if you want to be more magey, Florid Zombie Sword, or if you want you can still keep the Ornate Zombie Sword, Mana Flux, Fell Sword, Vivid Dagger, Spirit Bow or the Last Breath, Spirit Leaps and Super Booms. So you should strive for 3/4 Shadow Assassin, plus a Mender Fedora or a Mender Crown when it is released. But you can keep a legendary Zombie Soldier chestplate, as Shadow Assassin chestplates are pricey. You should be using Jellyfish Pet by now, but this will set you back many millions, and I will not attempt to compute because my brain is already dead enough. This will make up for the gear you should use. I will now list down tips you should do as a healer. Number 1. Keep using Wish when teammates are low. When on cooldown, you can Spirit Leap to them and use your healing circle. Number 2 is to never stray away from the party as they need you to heal them. Number 3 is to try to always stay with the tank as they need to stay alive and tank damage for you and all the other teammates. And number 4 is to be extra careful not to die as you are not disposable and you are essential to the team. Also, you may have realized that I did not add Holy Dragon armor. It's because Mender head items like the Mender helmet and Mender fedora are always needed. So the full set bonus for Holy Dragon is basically ignored. And it's very squishy, you know? You could also use adaptive armor to grind until floor 4, but it's kinda for healer. And although I did say that the Reforges are up to you, the best ones for armor are Reinforced, Pure, Fierce, Titanic, and the risky one is Necrotic if you need more intelligence. For weapons, Sharp, Spicy, Legendary, or even Fabled will work out if you can afford to apply it. Talismans can be reforged to Shiny if you need more health and intel, Pleasant for more defense but at the cost of lower damage, and Silky or Shaded for more damage. That will make up for the video, and if you did enjoy, please do like and subscribe as it means a lot to me and to help my channel grow. Aside from that, I hope you have a nice day. Peace!